Barbie's screenplay situation, and this one has caused um, a lot of debates throughout Twitter, I should say. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just having a water break. Then my throat is starting to kill me now, and I'm only 18 minutes in, so this is not looking good. If there's a big pause, it means I'm just having a drink. Anyway, back to it. So, Barbie's screenplay submission at the Oscars. So, Warner Brothers confirmed to Variety that the film is going to be campaigned for this year's Academy Awards for Best Original Screenplay. And so, the big debate about it is whether this movie is an original screenplay or whether it's an adapted screenplay. So, within the writer's branch, a committee determines the eligibility of movies in their submitted categorizations, and it isn't bound to what the WGA decides. And the WGA has said that this movie was labeled as adapted, but we've seen this before. So the movie Moonlight, which won Best Picture, that was campaigned and labeled as original by the WGA because it was based on a play, but the play was never published. So I don't know if that makes sense, but the committee and within the writers' branch moved it to adapted. So yeah, Moonlight is based on a play, but the play was never published. So it was labeled as original by the WGA, and then the committee moved it to adapted. And then Moonlight went on to win that category, went on to win Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Picture, obviously. So at this stage, we don't know whether the Academy is going to officially accept that designation until, the nomination ballots are open for voting, which I believe is scheduled for January 11th in 2024. Damn, we're only 3 months away from 2024, guys. Just let that one sink in for a minute there. Anyway, yeah. So I guess the big question is, what do you think on this? Is this the right move by the Writers' Branch Committee here? I'm not too sure because I think the way it should be looked at is if anything's based on a previously established IP, intellectual property, it's adapted because Barbie is, it's an icon. It started as a toy, but it's moved into, TV series and movies before. Barbie's been in stuff like Toy Story. I definitely think it's adapted because it's adapting something into a movie. It's not an original character. I guess the original part of this is that it takes these previously established characters such as Ken and Barbie and puts it into a very original screenplay, an original story. We've never seen Barbie like this or in this kind of way. So I guess that is where it's the thinking is by this. I personally have no quarrels with it being in Best Original Screenplay. I think it's perfectly fine and accepted, but I can see why others may gripe with it. I've even seen jokes about how they're doing this intentionally, so Oppenheimer can win Best Adapted and Barbie can win Best Original and Barbenheimer can rule the screenplay category. I've seen stuff like that, and it would be hilarious if that was to happen. I think it's I think this may be more to strategy to get some wins here, or to at least get nominations by Warner Brothers. I would say it's more strategy driven rather than genuinely believing this is an original screenplay. The adapted screenplay category, we're going to get to this soon on my predictions, but the adapted screenplay category is very stacked. I don't know who's going to win that one, but it is very, very dense. I think original screenplay, there is some room for Barbie to kind of make waves, So for Warner Brothers to pivot towards original screenplay, I think that's probably a more strategic choice and probably the best way where they can try and get wins. I don't know how much where Barbie really stands much of a chance at the Oscars, but I guess now it's going to be in the best original screenplay if the Academy accepts it, and I believe that they will. All right. Oh, sorry, another water break there. These are going to come more regularly and regularly. All right,